Philadelphia 76ers.
Get hip or get stung.
Bring it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Hoops fans, in our game tonight, we're going to
Philadelphia, home to one of the NBA's most historic teams, the 76ers. Here are the players arriving earlier in the mood for action. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Certainly one of the most beautiful structures in the most historic city in the U.S. That's City Hall here in Philadelphia. 2K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA. Kevin Harlan. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
And if you measure a player's effectiveness by his passing, he's been very effective lately. Look at his assists in the last 10 games compared to the rest of the season. He's in the midst of a great run.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Guys, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for his play calling.
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. Of course, we know these teams have great perimeter play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty, free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate. I love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, Doris, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Smart, the guards. Tatum and Hayward make up the two forward spots. And it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the 76ers, Harris is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Richardson. Then it's Simmons. Smart misses. To the paint, and stolen by Tatum. Jumps up, and slam dunk by Smart.
Well, that's about anticipation. Marcus Smart jumps out, gets into the speed and transition game, and leaves no doubt.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Taking a look at Boston. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
And right now for Philadelphia, they're putting to rest any big concerns people may have had with this team, proving they are truly an upper echelon club.
Harris kicks to Richardson, and stolen by Hayward. Smart against Richardson. Oh, that's blocked. And he recovers it. And yes, it's good. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And they pick up two.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
Walker goes in.
Just such nice timing by O'Quinn on that block.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
And that one falls for Walker.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. For Philadelphia, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Simmons lays it up off the glass. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster. You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
And, Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
And here's Walker outside. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 3. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And it's good, 2 points. The Celtics have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Pass to Hayward. That's tipped out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Tobias Harris. He's averaging 11 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Boston leading by 4. Tatum passes to Walker. And it's blocked by O'Quinn, but they'll get another chance. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Richardson outside. Inside. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot.
Smart passes to Cantor. Back to Smart. With the floater, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. O'Quinn's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Here's Walker. Turned in an outstanding game against San Antonio. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
And Simmons kicks to Richardson. Lets it go. That one's not going to go. Now Boston takes it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, they put the defense on them. Aggressive, intimidating. They blocked a lot of shots in that one.
Greg, it was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
And the first one drops.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Hayward hits them both. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
And Hayward with the block.
Well, this is where Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a dependable two-way player. How good is he at using his length to turn away these shots?
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the night. And that one misses. Looking at the schedule, Doris, about halfway through the season, some teams that started out very hot and were winning like crazy have now come back to earth. They've cooled a bit. They've leveled out.
I think inevitably over the course of an 82-game season, NBA players will tell you there are always ups and downs and waves of success and then the tough moments. And the best teams seem to be able to weather all of that. Not get too high when they're playing well, not get too low if they're in the middle of a slump.
It's tipped. Rebounded by Smart. And it's Smart with the ball for Boston. It's a 5-point game. Here's Walker, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And now a look at Kemba Walker. Some numbers on him. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 10th in scoring, 12th in steals, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. The first one falls.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track. Now, this guy plays with such confidence and an ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
Passes it to Hayward. And here's Kanter.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Daniel Tice comes in for Gordon Hayward. Teams deciding to change it up. Kanter finds Hayward. The Celtics working the ball around now. Puts it up from 12, and it's off the back rim. No good. The 76ers trail by 16. They've got Kyle O'Quinn. Murray out there with Richardson. And it's Bolden in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Floats one, and Hayward with the lay-in. Hayward's got 6.
There's a steely confidence that Gordon Hayward possesses in himself. He understands. You know what? I can score at will in the NBA.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Over in the corner, Brown. Back to Smart for the 3. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
Celtics leading by 15. Now Smart. He's got 5. The dish to Brown. Hayward outside. Back to Brown. And O'Quinn with the block. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Clock at 2. Here's Hayward. The shot, no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
I mean, a tough one. Faced some serious intensity in terms of that comeback, and they just got overwhelmed in that fourth quarter. Unfortunately, just couldn't stay in the game long enough to force overtime.
At the line for 2.
And that one misses.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he's good on the second. Here's Smart. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Richardson outside. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 18.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Now here's Smart. 5 points in the game. Brown wide open. He fires. Bangs home the trifecta. Brown's got 5 points so far.
Well, you've got to get out on Jaylen Brown now. This is a young man who has shown great strides in improving his perimeter game.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
4-on-3 break. Here's Smart. In the corner, it's Hayward. Takes the three. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And the Celtics looking to bounce back and make another deep playoff run.
And I think, Greg, they certainly have the talent to do it. This is a team that remains on the upswing. They have draft picks and assets. I think they are well positioned for the future.
Simmons checked in for Jonah Bolden. And the Celtics also making a change. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Ogilvy. Smart against Richardson. Now here's Hayward. He's covered closely. 4 on the shot clock. Dishes to Tatum. Over Murray. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Count that one. And here's Smart. 5 points in the game. Kicks it to Hayward. Brown outside. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 19. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 20 points for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Smart with the ball. Pass to Tatum. There's Brown with the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. O'Quinn's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Got that one up quick.
How about the laser focus on that jump shot? Pays no attention to the nearest defender.
Celtics leading by 14. It's Smart with the drive. And it's blocked by O'Quinn. And they're able to recover. Hayward outside. The pass to Brown. The 3. That doesn't go either for Brown.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Misses the wing J. The Celtics shooting 39% from the floor at their best. Down low, here's Cantor. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 4 assists in the game.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Feeds to Brown, and then Brown with the dunk.
Well, how about the leaping ability of Jaylen Brown? Soars high for the rim-rocking slam. Go to work, young man.
And now running up the court, Hayward's pushing it up. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Playing as a team so crucial. Let's see the NBA's best. The 76ers #1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
And he makes the first. You know, Doris, I know your style of play at Providence was one of aggressiveness, a lot of instinct, a lot of smarts, great skill. But I think you also have an appreciation for the players that are real scrappy on the floor.
What I love, Kevin, are guys who can influence the game without having incredible offensive skill. So a guy like Patrick Beverly, so a little bit undersized, but would you like to have that guy pick you up at 94 feet, be in your grill and in your face like he gives no quarter, he gives no concessions? If he were checking Kevin Harlan, my goodness, you'd have a long night.
That would be a torture chamber. I agree with you. The first free throw is good.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You get the sense that Jason Tatum has a drive to be great. This is a young player who doesn't lack for confidence. I love watching him play.
Stolen by Smart, and up the court come the Celtics on the break. 2 points, that one goes. Smart's got 7 points.
And boy, he gets a great jump on the rest of the field there and just leaves them behind.
You love the awareness, the decisiveness. Great job there.
Hayward finds Walker. Back to Hayward. Smart on the wing. To the middle. Here's Tatum. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, Jason Tatum has the kind of size and length to be effective near the cup. Really good job staying in attack mode.
Timeout called the 76ers.
What I love about Marcus Smart is every single trip up the floor, this guy is going to be in your grill, and it cannot be a pleasant experience to have this man guarding you.
Scotty's checked in for Philadelphia. Robert Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Here's Simmons. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Harris looking it over. Over Hayward. Harris, no good. And that defensive pressure of Smart will wear you down, Doors, over the course of a game.
Kevin, it takes its toll because his combination of athleticism, strength, and motor makes him an absolute monster on the defensive end.
And it... No good, shot missing. And so it's Boston with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brett Brown. Now, Coach, it seemed like you guys came out a little flat. How do you get some energy for the second half?
you just got to go with the people that have energy. I feel like we are not the aggressors. We have to do whatever we're going to do through our defense, and so far it's been poor.
Brett, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas, and that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, Tatum and Hayward make up the 2 forward spots. Walker and Smart the guards. And it's Cantor in its center. Over to the wing. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Jason Tatum. Laura, such an honor to be on this with you. And you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst. Breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, and times are changing, dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Back to Walker. Gets that one through the hole. Make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
That is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
Richardson the pass to Simmons. From the corner. That one good for 2. He has 29. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Bounce pass from Smart. Poked away. Hayward kicks to Smart. And it's off from three-point range. Fires from deep. Hits the three-point bomb.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Tatum. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Shot clock at 5. Goes up on the wing. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Guys, this guy is a natural-born scorer. Jason Tatum finding his groove.
Walker against Simmons. Fires from the wing. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Here's Smart, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Celtics ball.
Brown is checked in for the Celtics.
Jaylen Brown.
Puts it up off the inbound. He lays it in. Brown's got 9.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Simmons dishes to Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 6 points for Tobias Harris.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Pass to Tatum. Brown outside. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Harris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his second personal foul.
The 76ers have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Last on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a four-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals. This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about four-peat.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
One shot.
And Hayward, no good on that one.
Well, Gordon Hayward obviously still working his way back to peak form. Let's remember, this guy was an all-star in 2017. We know he can be a franchise guy.
And it's Brown missing. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Fires from 14. He squares up and sinks it. He has 38 in the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And Doris, you talk about when Gordon Hayward is playing his best. What makes him, in your mind, so special?
Well, when he's right physically, he can be a go-to offensive weapon, Kevin. This guy is the true definition of triple threat, right? He can pick you apart with his passing, with his shooting, and also off the dribble drive. Boy, when he's right, he is tough to stop.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Tatum finds Kanter. Outside, Walker takes a 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Pass to Harris. Lets a floater go and taken away by Brown. And a wide open look for Walker. Off target from outside.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Harris misses.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
From downtown, Walker's shot is off.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Knocked away. Here's Brown. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's. Here's Richardson. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
And Walker kicks to Hayward. Brown outside. The three-pointer no good.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Monday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Jonah Bolden's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn, and it's James Ennison for Josh Richardson. Tice passes to Walker. Connects from three-point range. Walker's got 25 points.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jaylen Brown. For Philadelphia, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Number 35. Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Burke, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Boston also with the sub. Ojale is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Walker in the post. Burke covering. Walker's shot is off. The 76ers have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Here's Simmons. Good on the 7-footer. Simmons got 6.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
Walker the pass to Tice. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, another turnover. But guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many mistakes.
In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Harris is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durants, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. He hits both from the stripe.
Really getting after the defense since the break. He's so hard to keep off the line when he pushes the action.
In the corner, it's Hayward. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got assist number 8 now on the night.
The fast release makes Gordon Hayward such a difficult check. If the defense is giving him any space, forget about it.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. Well, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
Smart passes to Brown. Back to Smart. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist from Smart. Smart's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Shooting for Philadelphia, number 35. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Walker's checked in for Brown. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Walker taking his time here. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Walker's got 27 points.
big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Williams. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Assisted.
Hayward's got 3 assists in the game. The 76ers shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Shoots it. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Now the feed to Smart. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Walker the pass to Williams. Here's Cantor. Outside, Walker. Hayward outside. Clock at 6. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
To the paint. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
You know, that right there is a great example. O'Quinn has got great hands, so he can step out or bang inside with the best of them.
Here's Cantor. It's good.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
He lobs it up. Got a piece of it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
Both shots good from the stripe. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Walker the pass to Williams. Back to Walker. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 6 rebounds in the game. Richardson trying to break loose. Rebounded by Smart. Smart's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside, Walker. For 3, Hayward misses. 4th time against 7 makes for this game. Some nice ball movement here by the jam.
Get out of the way.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like there.
Celtics leading by 18. The pass to Smart. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Shoots from the corner, but they recover it. And that one is off. Hayward with some nice D. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on body. No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Good work defensively by Richardson.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense. Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Launches a 3. Rebound by Williams. Celtics leading by 22. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you. And you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. And the Celtics making a change here. Tatum's checked in. And the free throw, no good.
See, here's yet another second-round pick in Kyle O'Quinn, who has proven himself to be a quality role player. This is a big man who plays with tremendous physicality. Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
It's Richardson on the wing to the middle. Makes it off the glass.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Smart passes to Cantor. Back to Smart. And slam dunk by Smart.
Boy, Kevin, how aggressive is Marcus Smart? The ability to explode off and get the dunk home.
Good, he hits again. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Smart's got 8 points in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Fires the three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Tatum. Celtics leading by 21. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Back to O'Quinn. A beautiful reverse layup.
The defense has nothing for that. O'Quinn using that upper body strength to clear space to the bucket.
Walker against Simmons. Shoots from the block. That's tipped. At the elbow, it's Harris. And stolen by Tatum. And Hayward with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. Hayward's got 28 points for the game.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Harris outside. And stolen by Tatum. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Walker leading the charge.
Well, you love to see Jason Tatum using his length and athleticism to make plays defensively. That's nice.
Connects again. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
For three, Hayward. They grab their own miss. Cantor finds Tatum. For three, Hayward sinks the three-pointer. Hayward's got 31 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Smart wide open, he fires. And it's Boston with another.
Well, that's the IQ of Gordon Hayward on display. He understands what the defense is trying to take away and finds the open man.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Mike Scott's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Ennis comes in for Harris. Smith checked in for Josh Richardson. And Trey Burke subbed in for Ben Simmons. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have two candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
So he gets them both. Philadelphia's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And the wing jumper offline. Boston shooting well, 50% from the floor. Fires for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
And so it's Boston with it. He kicks to Langford. 5 to shoot. The 3. Wanamaker misses. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. No good on the 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Dwars, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
And he gets the bucket. Poirier's got his first points of the night.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Boston.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big-impact game for Kemba Walker.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Here's Wanamaker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
4th team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Brad Wanamaker. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And got it! Another basket. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Shooting 1.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Poirier. Williams scanning the floor. Here's Wanamaker. Passes to Ojale. Here's Langford, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
Like the edge Langford plays with. He enjoys taking on defenders and trying to finish through the contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Langford.
One of those guards who just oozes with potential. Langford has the size and skill set that every team is looking for.
And he can't hit the second. Now Burke jacks up a 3. It's off. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
If you're looking for bright spots in the past few games, look no further than Che, who's put together a real nice stretch of play here.
Couldn't agree more, Hank.
He's getting it done on both sides of the ball, and I know that's something they've been stressing to him in practice. I got a pretty good relationship with Coach.
Name drop.
It's true. And although he told me that's the most underrated part of Che's game, it's his work ethic. First in, last out kind of guy. So to see him putting in the effort on the defensive side of the ball, the less glamorous side, if we're being honest, that's no surprise. We're going to talk about some of the other top performers of the past week, but before we do that, let's play some music. We'll be back in a minute with more Hank and the Hornet in just a few.